Hey everyone, welcome into Star Wars Republic, our show about all things Star Wars here on the Arena Productions YouTube channel. I'm your host Expat, along with my co-host Burley. Burley, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you, Expat?
I'm doing good. It looks like you've been working in the Falcon back there. Yeah, it's like...
I can't confirm nor deny.
Can't confirm nor deny. Okay, all right. All right, so this is our episode 7 breakdown of Andor. So we're going to be talking about all the things that happened in this episode. But before we do that, just want to let everybody know this is your spoiler warning. We're going to be talking spoilers throughout this episode of Andor episode 7. So if you have not watched the episode, please go and watch it before coming back and enjoying our video here on the Arena Productions. So and Star Wars Republic. So yeah, Burley, this image we'll talk about it at the end. But I mean, this episode, I mean, it starts out. I mean, you really get to see the bureaucracy of the Empire in this episode. And it's interesting how Karn he's getting a new job, and just these thousands and thousands of cubicles and everything. And, all of the monitoring of all of these star systems and everything that's going on. Like, I think his specific job had to do with something about in certain sectors, surveillance of oil or gas, fuel, I think it was fuel, on particular ships or whatever. So this draconian style of surveillance that's going on here. What did you think of that?
It was very interesting. I'm just going to roll back a sec. The whole, because the scene with his mom as he's prepping to go to this interview and all that, his mom's like, your collar's a half-inch thing. And he's like, oh my God. And she's like, wow, your uncle pulled strings for you. It's like, oh my God. And you could just tell he wants to tell his mother, get out. Get out.
Yeah, and then there's that scene there with his mom there that the TV, he pans off and looks at the TV because they're talking about the Aldhani raid, and the heist. And that just perked his eye. I mean, his eyes just lit up when he saw that. Yeah, because he's still got Andor on his mind. He's still got Cassian on his mind. Yeah.
And I do love it when you see him walking in with this guy and he sees and looks at this, and you could just tell this is soul crushing to him. Mm-hmm. And he's just like, oh, this is not how you secure and run stuff. You can just tell. Like you saw with him, whether or not he was right in doing so, but within the first episode of him when he takes over and, really ramping up the monitoring and all that, and let's go. You can tell that's the way he wants to do it, and that's the way he feels. That's the only way he's going to feel comfortable in this kind of doing security.
Right. Okay, so, and then obviously we get, of course, Andor, and he's on Ferrix again, and we get our first shots of Burley of stormtroopers. So finally, 7 episodes in, we finally get stormtroopers, and actually we get some clones as well. Because he has trooper. Yeah, because he has those flashbacks of his adopted father when his adopted father was killed. He goes back, and basically the Empire is, basically locking down everything. So, this whole episode is basically like the Empire starting to tighten its grip on every sector. And that's what builds the fuel and the momentum for this resistance, because as things start to get tighter, more and more people are going to hate the Empire and want to join the Rebel Alliance when it is formed.
And push back against the Empire.
Exactly. So anyway, but you see Cassian here, he's avoiding the stormtroopers and everything. And then he goes to see his adopted mother, and basically and tells her, and we also see Bix there in the image, but basically telling his mother, let's get out of here. Me, you, the robot, we can get out of here, because now he's got tons of credits, obviously, from the heist. And so they could go somewhere. But because of that heist, and it's been like broadcast all over the quadrant there, which is interesting. I mean, that's one thing about this show that's really interesting to me, is the Empire is still allowing a free press. So, I mean, this news is getting out everywhere, right? And so,
Well,
yeah, go ahead.
I think it's more that the Empire is probably trying to suppress it, but it's just like when something big this magnitude comes out, it's just gonna get the eye of so many people, and just so many people are gonna broadcast. You can't shut down every one of them. You can stop a lot,
right?
And I think the Empire is also letting it out because they're gonna send their own message in future episodes of what's gonna happen when they find these people that are responsible.
Yeah. But I mean, basically now the adopted mother is not going to leave, and she's basically now convinced that she's going to fight the Empire. You know, she's going to resist. And it's interesting. It's interesting. You get these throwbacks to Rogue One, you know, and everything. Tell me you understand. Yeah. It's like, you know, and you know, she's saying that to Cassian, and Cassian's like, I don't understand. You know, it's like, why can't you come with me? But
well, she's like, I want something to do. I want to prove my and all that. And Cassian's like, I got enough money. Get us out. We're good. We can just go someplace. We don't have to hide, and we can just relax, live out our life. And she's like, no. She wants to fight. And Cassian's like, because he's done one mission with the rebels. He's like, I don't know about that. It's not as...
Yeah. And then we get to Rael here. And, you know, of course, he's listening to transmissions still and all. And then Mon Mothma comes in again. And basically, Mon Mothma is freaking out about everything, and he's like trying to tell her, you know, look, it started. We can't go back. You know. Yeah. I thought this was a pretty cool scene here. What'd you think?
Oh, I love their dialogue back and forth. And she's like, you know, this is just going to get the Empire riled up. Yeah. You know, this isn't that as good as you seem to think this is. It's not as good. She's like, you know, the Empire's going to go. And he's like, good. Because now we can then, you know, it'll incentivize more and more people to come join and do more actions against the Empire. For him, he's like, I forget the how he phrases it. But he's like, now basically the floodgates are open. People are going to have to do stuff.
Yeah. There's no turning back. No turning back now. And then we see Mon Mothma again at this, of course, the banquet. And she gets together with one of her, I guess, is a childhood friend or whatever that has a lot of influence and power. And she basically reveals herself and her new cause to him, you know, kind of secretly during this party, this banquet. What'd you think of this, Burley?
I love this. Just her, she says it without just saying, I am the Rebel Alliance, a part of the Rebel Alliance. And
well, what will become the Rebel Alliance?
Rebel Alliance,
so the Rebel Alliance hasn't been formed yet, but will be. Yes.
Yeah, but like I love her saying, but they both know what she means. Like you can see on his face when she's describing. He's like, no, like, and he's like, I need your help with the finance side and stuff. We'll have you come here, and it'll look what people with you coming here. People won't be suspicious because you'll be here for whatever charity reason thing. I forget they say. She says it's just great, and her just trying to get some help to form the Rebel Alliance.
Yeah. And then we get this scene, and I really like the cinematography in this. You get, I think her name was Kleya, and she meets Vel. Of course, Vel, was with Cassian in the Aldani raid and all. And they're back, and she's back on Coruscant now. And I love the scene as she's going through the terminal and everything. The cinematography was amazing in this episode when it came to that part. But she basically gets together with Vel and says that she needs to find Cassian and kill him so that Cassian will not reveal Rael's identity. What did you think of this scene?
I like this because it's actually smart on their part, because you don't know for sure if this is Rael's himself doing this or if this is her saying we need to do this.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah. And she says, I was kind of hoping to see Rael's here and see him.
Yeah.
So I do like this because now, because I think I said in the last episode, Rael's is going to go searching for Cassian. Well, now we know that's not exactly what's going to happen. It's going to be her trying to catch Cassian and try and kill him. Whether or not she tries to kill him or just indoctrinate him in the rebellion. Say, your only choice is you either die or we indoctrinate, you're one of us.
Yeah. And then, of course, the scene with the ISB and all. And this character here, of course, he was in episode 4, and he was in Rebels as well. So he's a character that a lot of Star Wars fans remember. And obviously, in this episode, he says that, of course, he had met with Palpatine. So we get Palpatine's name said for the first time, and that he had a meeting with him and all, and so they're going over everything about what's happened, of course, after the Aldhani incident. And then, of course, Miro is challenged by Blevin for, of course, breaking the protocol around accessing data about the thefts from the Imperial installations. And, of course, that image of her with, of course, her boss walking down the hallway, and of course her boss tells her to watch her back. So what do you think of that, Burley?
Oh, I love this scene because as they're all, talking their systems, and he is just grilling these guys over this because it's unacceptable that this has happened to the Empire, right? And these guys are all responsible for the security. You'd seen earlier, she had went to the one guy and was like, yeah, I want all these systems. I want all this report sent to only me, confidential. You tell no one.
Right.
And you knew that guy was like, yeah, I'll do that. And he's like, I'm going to report her to my boss.
Yeah.
I love it. And he calls her out and in front of everyone because they both of them do not like each other. They both hate each other. They want to stab each other both in the back.
Yeah.
So he's trying to put her out that she is no good. And he's like, well, yeah, no, it's wrong that what she did. But she is getting results here. So I'm going to give her, since you can't control this, I'm going to give her charge of that system. Yeah. She'll take control. It's one less for you to do, doing a slight to him. So it's going to be like, ooh, this is just going to be so good. Because I really do like this. Of the Empire is not like, they are not all these people are not all united. They all want to keep getting up higher and higher. So they will backstab, betray whoever they can.
Ladder climbers. Yeah.
Climbers.
Definitely. Yeah.
So it's just going to be great to see how far some of these people are going to go over the course of the show.
Right. And then we get to the end of the episode. Of course, Cassian is on this tropical paradise called Niamos, which is interesting. So he takes off and he goes there, and then he gets stopped by these troopers. And then you get the KX unit, and whether or not it's going to actually be K2SO later on, we don't know. But he just... he gets propped up against the wall there. And then, of course, he gets taken in. He gets sentenced to 6 years for doing nothing, basically.
He gets charged for a crime he actually did not commit. He was just... He happened to be walking the way thieves were running and stuff.
He was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah. But you got to be honest, he does stick out a little bit in that crowd. So... He is guilty of other shit he's committed against the Empire, but this is not one he's actually guilty. And I do love that when like the robot picks him up and he said, oh, please tell the robot to stop.
Yeah.
That you mean this because the robot literal. I don't think this is K2.
No,
I think this
I
is just I think this is just a small wink and a nod, and maybe say we may get him later in the show.
Well, the voice actor himself said that he's not in season 1, so we have to take him at his word there, you know. But it's a 6-year prison term sentence, and this is 5 years before Rogue One, obviously. So we know he's going to break out of here. Probably in the next episode, he's going to break out. So whether he, messes with one of these, these robot units here, the KX units, we shall see. But so it was an interesting end to the episode, and we'll see where it goes. But obviously, the seeds of the rebellion have been planted, obviously, and Cassian's probably going to get off of Niamos here at some point in the next episode. What do you think, Burley?
Oh, yeah, no, he's getting off. I think just my kind of thinking right now, she's going to find him. She's going to break. He'll either be trying his way to break out, whether or not she breaks him out or he breaks himself out.
Yeah. She meaning Vel, you think?
Vel, yeah. Vel, sorry. I'm bad with names. Vel is going to find him. I think Vel will find him and say, okay, I am sent to just basically tell him out. I'm sent to kill you. You join us, I will free you, and you're on the run. No matter what, you're already pissed off the Empire. The Empire just doesn't really know, hasn't figured out you are part of that job. So you might as well join us.
Right.
Get more revenge on the Empire and all that.
Right.
Or you sit in this prison and play the waiting game of, do they figure out you were part of this? If they do, you ain't getting 6 years. You're getting tortured to death.
Yeah, but it'll be interesting to see if he does actually learn how to reprogram one of these KX units. And then maybe later on, he does it to another one, which becomes K2SO. We shall see. But maybe...
Wait. I wouldn't be surprised we see him trying to reprogram, failing.
Right.
And then later on in season 2, we get him doing that.
Yeah. We shall see. Yeah. So... yeah, good stuff. So that was our breakdown of Andor episode 7. So this is Star Wars Republic, our show about all things Star Wars here on the Arena Productions. And of course, we'd love to hear from you in the comments. Let us know what you thought of episode 7. What do you think is going to happen with Cassian in this prison? How is he going to break out? We'd love to hear from you in the comments. Let us know. And be sure to hit, of course, that subscribe and the notification bell for when we drop a new episode here on the Arena Productions. And just to let all of you know, all of you subscribers and all of you new viewers to our channel, we do have a join button and a membership option. So becoming a member, of course, you get lots of membership perks. And over in the community, we're going to be dropping a lot of members-only posts there as well. And it helps us as a member to help us create really great content for all of you. So so consider hitting that join button as well. So anyway, thank you so much. And of course, I've been your host, X-Bat, along with my co-host, Burley. We hope to catch you next week for the next breakdown of Andor. So until then, take care and have a great weekend, everybody. Peace out.
Long live the Empire.